Hi everybody, it's Cricket from Woolly Cricket. Thank you for everybody that's come back for my shenanigans, and thank you to all the new people that's here. Um, it really brightens my day when I see new people coming in to say hi. So uh, I appreciate it. I appreciate you spending time with me. It means a lot to me. I'm a little hoarse. Um, I ate a burrito the other day. It was from a reputable company that's been here for a long time. And I only ate a little bitty piece of it the night before, which was just like a little corner, mostly dough, and then put it in the refrigerator and ate. It's a burrito, big burrito. Excuse me. I may have to go get water. I ate a piece about that wide of this burrito. I'd say a fourth. Well, that evening, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a drink. Okay, sorry. I didn't want to cough through the whole thing, so I thought I'd better get a drink of water. All right. So, I ate just a piece, and then I was like, oh, goodness, guys. I may have to start over. Maybe. Okay. What you see is what you get with me, I guess. Uh, so that night I was laying there trying to sleep. Husband is at work. Son was at home. He finally passed his kidney stone. If you guys saw that last, it was a big one. And then all of a sudden I got sick. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I didn't feel bad. If I caught a bug, the flu at the hospital, you might catch anything. And I called him and said, look, do you have any Pepto, any the medicine they give people for motion sickness sometimes works, anything like that, because I don't have anything. And he said, I've got one of the under the tongue nausea pills. And I said, well, I don't take that. That's yours. He said, no, I'll get some more if I need it. And he brought it over, and I took that, and I went on to sleep. But I slept the next whole day. And anybody that knows me, that's not like me at all. So me and him discussed it on the phone, and he said, are you okay now? And I said, yeah, about 3 hours after I got sick, then I felt pretty decent. Not felt great, but I felt decent. Not like I had the flu. And he said, you probably got a little bit of food poisoning. Now, that's nothing to be just flippant about, because food poisoning, I worked in medicine, and food poisoning can kill you if it's bad enough. But I've never had it before. It was not fun. It was not fun. So now feel a little froggy, and my voice is a little crackly, and I guess it's from all the throwing up that I did. But it's over. So I've slept for almost 2 days, and everybody keeps telling me it's okay. You probably needed it. You probably needed it. It's like, you're probably right, but anyway, back to the beginning. This is episode 17. Podcast 17, video vlog 17, whatever you're going to call it. You call it what you want to call it, and I'll just say it's number 17. January the 24th. So we're almost into February, and it was warm today. I went out like this, no jacket, nothing, just a really light sweater. And no, I didn't make this, but I do love this sweater. Just went out for an hour or two with Echo. Hi, Echo, if you're watching. We don't get to see each other but maybe once every year, and we try to go out and get just a bite to eat. So, of course, it makes me nervous going out to eat again because, what happened the last time. But we were okay, and I brought most of my food home, and I may not eat it until somebody else tries it. But if you want to lose weight, that's a miserable, fast way to lose weight. About 3 pounds in one day. But anyway, I'm better. I'm glad that y'all are here with me because I missed you. I missed you a lot. I would much rather have been here with you than sitting in the ER with my son passing a kidney stone. We went one day, the first day, and they said, oh, it's a 2 millimeter. Here's some medicines. You should be able to pass it. And he did not pass it. About 12 hours later, we were back at the hospital, and they took another CT scan and said, yeah, it's not a 2 millimeter, it's a 4 millimeter, and it's too far down now. We'd like for him to go ahead and try to pass it because it'd be easier than going after it. Less expensive on top of everything else. So they give him a lot more medicine and sort of knocked him out. And the next morning he called and said, guess what I have? And I said, what do you have? And he said, showed me a picture of this kidney stone. And it's 4 millimeters. So that's a pretty good sized kidney stone for a male to pass. And he's sort of been sore and recuperating, but so grateful that it came out and he didn't have to have surgery. Okay, let's get to the knitting. Like I told you, not last time, but time before last, that Rebecca had called and said she probably needed 150 navy blue sweaters, dog sweaters. When I say sweaters, you guys, mostly that's what I knit is dog sweaters all the time because that's my business. And I will make a distinction if it's a person sweater because most of the time I just say sweaters and everybody knows that it's a dog sweater. So I have made 2 large and 2 extra large and started a small. Thought I had enough yarn, weighed the other smalls. For some reason I must have weighed it wrong and didn't get the arms on it. And when I picked up the next skein of yarn, it was a different dye lot. And you could tell it was like night and day. So I ripped that one out. So I've technically knit 5. And I have 4 to show for it, and one that's another ball of yarn that'll be a smaller size. Now this is not good progress for me because I can normally knit an extra small, an extra small, or a medium in a day if I just concentrate on knitting. The large and the extra large usually take me a day and a half, so that's 3 days for 2 of them. So that's 6 days, and then the one day that I knit that one and it wasn't good, that was 7 days, and she contacted me on the 3rd, so that would be the 10th. So roughly 14 days behind. I should have had that many more sweaters done. I'm not in a hurry because she's not committed to it. She just told me how many she wanted, asked me for a deadline, and I told her it would take me roughly 20 weeks of just non-stop knitting to get that many dog sweaters done. And she said she would let me know. I'm not a machine. I'm only one person. So I can only do what I can do, and we will see if that's okay. And if it's not, then I will take the few. I'm doing 2 of each size, and I will put them in my Etsy store. And if she doesn't want them, then I've not got 150 blue dog sweaters that I've got to try to get rid of. So that's fine. I mean, it's her choice. I'm really not sure. Sort of confuses me how someone would think that one person could knit 150 dog sweaters in 2 months. And I have Mindy. She knits on a sort of part-time basis right now, and she gets a dog sweater done a week mostly. So that's really not, that's 20 sweaters in 20 weeks if she can get a dog sweater a week. So that still leaves me with 130 dog sweaters in 20 weeks. It's a lot of work. I'm glad to do it. I'm honored to be able to do it. And this is a new thing we're going to call this. And this is, let me get the paper here. This is, I want you guys to check this lady out. Her name is Margaret. I hope you can read that. Margaret from My Wonderful Knitting Life. She's got a podcast, and she made a comment and started following me. Not this last one because we didn't get it, but the one before that. And she said she enjoyed the Woolly Chat. So this is going to be known as Woolly Chat from now on, thanks to Margaret. Hi, Margaret. I've started binge watching your podcast. I love it. You're amazing. Guys, if you want to watch somebody that's got a little more experience and better with the technology than me, go check Margaret out. She is fantastic and she does some beautiful knitting. So go see Margaret at My Wonderful Knitting Life on a podcast on YouTube. So, and say hi. Tell her we talked about her. Ask her if her ears were burning. So, just with that said, this is all going to be pretty much nitty chat because I don't have a lot to show other than the dog sweaters. And you guys have seen them over and over and over. And every now and then I will show one for the new people that's not seen one. And if you want to see them, just put a comment down below. And I will link Margaret's podcast so you can find her. And I've had one person contact me. Susie contacted me, and she's already got her package, and she sent me a very nice message and said that the colors did not do justice on the podcast, that they were beautiful, and I told her we couldn't wait to see what she made with the yarn. But thank you, Susie, for playing along. And this is Martinez Yarn and Crafts. If this is you, there you go. Please get in contact with me before next Wednesday. Because if I don't hear from you, then I have another lady. Oh, where did I put it? Goodness, I've lost everything. Oh, another lady that played after you guys, but she said she would like the worsted weight. So, Martinez, if you're not interested anymore, then next Wednesday I will get her information and send this out to her. That's what she'll be getting next time. And the lights are not great here because I didn't set up a bunch of them. I just set up the few of them. So, because it's already late Wednesday, and I was like, okay, I want to talk to everybody for a minute. So, that will go either out to Martinez or the next lady down on the list that wanted to play. Okay, I need to show you one more thing. Let me get one more sip here so I don't start coughing on you guys again. Sorry. I'm going to show you one more thing that my husband brought in for me. And then I'm going to get you guys to help me pick and choose colors and things like I always want you guys to do. Because I don't knit nothing but dog sweaters. Okay. My husband had this made for me. Is that not the sweetest? Now, I'm going to have to find a place to put this. But listen, I can't hang it outside because I'm afraid somebody will run off with it. But it's my logo and my woolly cricket. Is that not cute? I just have to find a place to put it. My knitting room, guys, is just... I tried to clean it up a little bit today before I started talking to you guys because really it's embarrassing. I have boxes of stuff sitting everywhere, but I don't have shelving to put it up. So I have two desks in here, one to sew on and one that I work on with my computers. And there's my baby. Hi, buddy. I said hi to everybody. This is Kylo. Hello. You see everybody? Did you come to say hi? Huh? Okay. Hey, come to say hi. Yes, and I rode in Echo's car, and Echo has 2 labs. And you hear him sniffing because he can smell. She has a male and a female, and he's not been happy about me sitting in a car where another dog has been. So I'm being punished a little bit, and he's sort of fussing at me about, how dare you get in a car around another doggy? You're my mommy. So that's my big old baby. So, okay, that's enough woolly chatter. Let's get into some of the picks and choices of what to knit. Now, I want to make a sweater, but I want a simple sweater. Something like I have on would be fantastic. You hear him? Does your dog do this? Kylo, you see him? What is that? he smells that dog and then he goes with his mouth. You're so funny. I know. Mama loves you. Mama only loves you. It's okay. Licking my pants. I just sat in the car, honey. Okay. Okay, I took my winter hat out because it's a merino cashmere blend, and for some reason it's been years old, years old, and I may not have even known what I was doing enough to make it correctly, but I wore it for a long time and then it stretched out, and I thought, okay, I will wash it and dry it a little bit and see if I can shrink it back up a little bit. Well, that didn't work, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm not sure the content of this because it was before I kept up with things, but it's not shrinking up like I thought it would for a merino cashmere blend. So I could have been wrong on what it was. So I finally frogged it and took it apart, and now that I'm sitting here looking at it, I'm thinking, I'm not sure I want that hat again. I'm not sure I want that color. I'm thinking, because we had that, was it a polar vortex is what they called it? That I might want a muscle burl. And this is the first year in my life since I was like pre-teen that I've had long hair. Okay, you're okay. And to be honest with you, the hair helps a lot, even though mine's pretty thin. It does help a lot, but I think I need a hat too. Oh, goodness. Yeah, me and you were a great pair. I don't know what that is. Mohair, maybe? Because I've not been up here. I cannot get enough to drink now. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I just keep apologizing and keep interrupting, and the flow of this is not going real well. But I'm thinking I want a muscle burl. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. But there's a good thing about having all this yarn, and you can see I have a lot. This is all dog sweater yarn, and most of it's acrylic because people do not want to pay for the good yarn for their dogs. I did, but most people don't. And then I have 2 of these bookcases over here with my good yarn, and then I have more in my closet, which is a mixture of both. And sometimes if you're making something for yourself, it can be a little overwhelming about what you want to make, what color you want to make. You have too many choices. So I don't know what to pick. I have 3 yarns that Emily spun for me. She did it on a drop spindle. And this is 1. This is 2. And this is the 3rd one. And I know these are, they're not superwash, so, but I thought they might be, and they don't feel itchy. So I thought maybe I would use one of these. I'll have to weigh them and see how many yards or how many grams. They're all fingering weight. She's extremely good at this. So they're all fingering weight. So I'm leaning toward one of these, or this is, I'm not remembering the color, but I don't have the ticket anymore. It's Red Stag Fiber, Josh, and then his wife owns, it's in Texas. Oh, I never can remember her company. I'll put a link down to Red Stag Fiber and her yarn store. Something Skein. I'm sorry, guys, I can't remember. Brain fog. I don't know. But this is a sort of a chocolate brown. So, these are options for the base, the main color. And then I thought about This is a new color at the Loopy. It is kid silk, mohair silk, and I got several of these, and I thought maybe, I don't know if it would be just too heathered looking with the, or it might look okay. So I may knit up a little swatch and see. That might make a cute hat. But this may be, I don't like the extremely marled look. I like something that's a little more muted. Guys, I'm just plain Jane, just like an old pair of boots. I'm just simple. I'm not extravagant. I don't care for the extravagant too much. I like basic, simple sweaters, cardigans. Maybe that's why I have such a hard time, because if these two don't go together well, then I'd just as soon just have the chocolate one just by itself. So, I don't know. Plain as an old shoe, I guess. But that's one option. So, if you're voting, down in the comments, you can put chocolate. Okay. This is called, these are the ones I picked up, the fingering weights. And this is Little Squirrel Yarn, and this is Sarah that works at the, or worked, I don't think she still works at the Loopy U. And this is her yarn company that she just started. And she has some beautiful colors. But I thought maybe these two. And I could make the brim this color and the rest of the hat this color. So this one would be, let's say, rust. This is called chestnut. So you can either put rust or chestnut if that's your vote. Or this without it. Just put rust without. You guys can vote. Help me decide. Okay, next. Thinking maybe this one has a little bit of the golds. So maybe that one. Or there's some peaches. I don't know. What do you think? Or just by itself. Maybe fine with just by itself with a hat, depending on the yardage. And then this one has more gold in it than that one, so the gold might look better. But this one, I don't know. There's just too many choices. I need to just have a drive-through at my local yarn store where I can pull up and tell them, I'm coming, bye. Here's $50. Hand me what you think I need out the window. And I probably would be just as happy with that as anything else. So, and this has some, I don't know, must be the way it was dyed or something. It has some of the light spots where it was tied. I don't know. It might be cute worked up. And then I have a large, and I do mean large, box of this from Wool 2 Dye For, and it's the number 2, Wool 2 DYE 4. And I bought packages of this silk mohair, so it's undyed. So I have plenty of that as well that I could go with any color. But I don't know what. I want a sweater, and I'm looking at, there's a brioche cardigan by Petite Knit that's really simple, extremely cute. I saw it on a young lady today on her podcast. And I might like that. It was, I've never done a brioche all over sweater. As a matter of fact, I've not done a brioche much of nothing. So that might be, they say it's time consuming, but I don't know, I might enjoy that. And I keep looking down here, and there's another another color of yarn that sort of caught my attention. I'll be right back. What do you think about that for a hat? A merino single. And I can't say this either. Everything I pull I can't say. USCHITA. Chata? CH Chloe? I don't know. But those are pretty muted colors. They're not really in your face bright. But you could use that one with it. Or you could use the gold with it. So, see, I could just keep pulling out skeins, one color skeins that I've had that I love, and just keep doing this. There's two more here that I saw that might be pretty. This is, I think this is about needle food, and this is red hot chocolate, which I think is really cute. I don't know if it's striped or not. I would think it might be, but that might make a pretty hat. And then this is Leading Men Fiber Art, and this is called Apocalypse. And I've seen this worked up, and it's a beautiful color. And my jacket, I started to say sweater. My jacket is a double-breasted wool peacoat looking, like the old Navy peacoats, except mine's longer. And it's just a gray. It's, this is light compared to it. It's a little darker than this. So it probably would be close to this Plotalope. That's actually pretty close to the color. So anything pretty much will go with that. And this is the yarn that I want to knit my sweater out of. But I can't decide what. I need somebody to tell me what to knit. You waste a lot of time on Ravelry looking at patterns and clicking and saying, I like this, I like that, save this, order this, get this pattern, and then you're not sure. And I'm not sure whether it's because I have too many choices or I just can't make up my mind. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You guys are supposed to help me with this. So, you see me in a different light than I see me. It's hard for me to decide what I want. So, if you see a color that I drag out and you go, that would look good on you, then I'm going to trust your opinion better than I trust my own. Because there's colors that I really, really like that I've had people tell me, don't wear that. It doesn't do anything for you. And I know we all look better in different colors than other people. You know, like somebody might look good in blue, and you might put that on someone else, and it's like, no, blue's just not your color. But that person may love blue. And if you love blue, then don't let anybody tell you not to wear blue if that's what you like. Okay, I've jabbered probably more than what I should. Say hello to Margaret. And I want to say it's a wonderful... I'm going to remember this. It's a wonderful knitting life. That's what I want to call it. I wanted to say it's a wonderful life, but that was the TV program, I think. My Wonderful Knitting Life. And her name is Margaret. And she's just adorable. And such a talent. Such a talented person. And if we don't hear from the winner of the yarn by this Wednesday, then Wednesday I will tell you who the next person in the line is for it. And don't forget, when we hit 300 subscribers, then I'm going to give two of the Tea Cozy hot pot packets. I'll get you one so you can see it. These. it has, there's like 5 or 6 of different kinds. You can choose which one you like. And then it has different linings in it. And then in between, can you hear that crinkle? In between it has the best way I know how to explain it is the things that if you're old or like I am, your mother had this looked like aluminum foil spaceship sort of thing that goes over the ironing board that help keep the heat from hitting the bottom of the board, and it has that kind of material in it. It's for hot plates and things. So if you were, the idea behind this is when I used to go knitting, I liked to take tea, and I would get, if we all went out to eat, I didn't like coffee too much, so I would take my tea packets and my Splenda or sugar or whatever that I was in it, or creamer packets, and I would put them in this, and then I would set my hot cup of tea on this because it was probably empty by then, and it would keep the heat off the tables, and sometimes that helps keep your beverage hot longer. So I have several of those. Hi, baby. Hi, my baby. Yeah. Did you say hi to everybody? Did you say hi to everybody? Everybody, I wanted to tell you thank you for the ones that checked on my son and the ones that have kept up with Kylo and checked on his progress. He's doing a lot better. He doesn't have to take medicine every day now. And we saw a listing on Facebook where there is a white boxer, and Kylo is a boxer. They just say he's a European boxer because he's a lot bigger. But there's a white female that's 4 years old that a family's wanting to rehome, and our boxer before Kylo was a white boxer. And me and my husband was talking about it, and he asked me if I wanted her. Well, I sit on the floor and feed this dog pork and berries and vegetables. He's hand-fed a natural diet. And I cook about 10 times a day because everybody in this house eats on a different schedule. And while I would love to have her, it would be more... There he goes with his mouth again. Can you hear him? I know, baby. It's okay. It would be more work, and she probably would be absolutely worth it. But he's just turned 7, and he's been our one and only for 7 years, and I don't know how he would handle being a multiple child family. He's so rotten now that he might not like that. He does play with my son's dog, one of them. The other one is a female husky, and they don't get along too well. But the little Australian shepherd does. And he has a little place on his ear where that shepherd, when they were babies, was hurting him and nipped his ear. So he has a little scar. But I told my husband that if they could not find a good home for her, my dog has a daybed, people. He has 2 new beds. I bought 2 new beds for my son's 2 dogs. And my dog has a daybed in the living room, so he does not have to sleep on the floor. Yes, she would be spoiled as much as he is. But I told him, I said, if they can't find a good home and somebody they feel comfortable with, then we'll go get her. She's here in this state, so. Oh, goodness. I hope she finds a nice home. I'm not sure I'm ready to take on another doggy, even though she's 4. But if she needs a home, then of course. I mean, it's like a child. How could you say no if a child came up to your door and was lost? How could you not let them in and feed them, and if they were cold, heat them up and try to find out where they belonged and why they were out running around in the neighborhood without clothes or socks? And yes, that's happened here, but it breaks my heart, people. The way of the world now just breaks my heart. I love everybody until they give me a reason not to. And I try to give people multiple chances. But I don't know. I just don't know that I fit in well here. I feel like I'm like my grandparents used to be when we were young. They just didn't feel like they fit in really well anywhere either, and I'm feeling that now. I understand. I understand what my parents used to say is, you kids and your music. I don't understand nothing you're saying. And I'm like, and now I look at the kids nowadays and go, I don't have a clue what they're saying. It's funny that we just relive what our parents did with us when we get older, but you love them. Whether you understand their music or not, you love them. And I'm going to shut up now because it's hard for me to shut up because I miss you guys so much. Uh, Thank you for everybody that came back and put up with me. Thank you for all the new people that come by. I hope you enjoy it. Uh, like, click, subscribe, all the good things down below if you want to stick around for what might happen next. You never know with this group. And if everybody wants to do maybe a knit along, I know Margaret does a lot of knit alongs, so maybe me and her can get together one day and have a knit along. That's a possibility. Or if some of you guys want to do that, and maybe we can do what is it, the Zoom? Get on Zoom and talk to each other. That would be fun to actually get to meet everybody. But like I said, I won't shut up if somebody just don't turn this computer off. I'm going to go now. I love you guys. I've missed you. Can't wait to talk to you next week. And I hope you have a good weekend when it's coming up.